Good morning, Michael Ross.
Good morning, Jane.
You're here at last. I'm very well, thank you. There was a bit of a phone drama this morning, so it was all a bit. But you're there. So tell us about Seven Decades. 7 Decades you created, and you also star in it. What is it?
Yeah, 7 Decades is a stage show that I wrote with a friend of mine, Phil Highlander, and it's the story of 3 guitars, which basically changed the way we hear the world. Put it simply, it's like a celebration of these wonderful instruments and the artists that played them. And, it basically is a soundtrack to our lives. That's what we try and realise on stage, 70 years of these incredible guitars.
The thing is, I've seen the show, Mike, and it's unbelievable. Thank you, Jane. I mean, it's 7 decades, so you go from the 50s right up to now, and you take us from sort of Buddy Holly and go all the way through. So you do the 50s, the 60s, and I mean, because I'm not a guitar anorak, but I am a music freak, and it was just like it was these complete sort of like, I couldn't believe you were able to swap from sort of Buddy Holly to a Jimi Hendrix track to a David Bowie to a, it was just how did you manage to do that?
Well, it's I guess in my career as a guitarist, as a session guitarist, you learn all these styles.
Does your head not explode though, Mike?
And yes, it did. Yes, it explodes regularly throughout the show. It is crazy because you not only do you want to play these songs and play them well, you want to deliver them with the same feel of the artists themselves and put a bit of heart and soul into it, which is what it's all about. So when I'm juggling, 20 guitars and different effects, and that, it's absolutely crazy, but I've got a great band behind me, and that's the most important thing, and we have a lot of fun doing it, and that comes across.
Do you feel like a rock star?
I couldn't. Yeah, exactly.
Do you sort of like take a little bit of the artist on stage with you? So when is it like that?
You have to get into that zone, absolutely. So when you're in the 50s and you're playing a song by, say, Les Paul or like, say, Buddy Holly, you really have to get into that zone, and exactly the same all the way through. With Nile Rodgers and Andy Summers, Rage Against the Machine, Guns N' Roses, it's nuts.
The thing that really stands out for me during the show was the Hendrix.
Oh, you like that? I mean, that's a special moment. Obviously, one of the greatest guitarists for me of all time, and that's a song you really have to do justice to. You have to. You can't do that by halves, can you?
Well, you can't, and that just proves how good you are as a guitarist, because there's not many people would actually stand up and take Jimi Hendrix on. I mean, it's just,
No, you really got to go for it. Once you commit to that's it. But it's a lot of practice and a lot of work, to get to that point as a player and a musician where you're confident you can actually, get on stage and deliver that stuff. But we've been doing the show for quite a while. We started in 2015, and it's been a gradual build since then. So it has come over time as well, which is also important.
You're going to be playing though, aren't you? Is it this weekend?
We are at the UK Guitar Show at Olympia, which is going to be great. That's the 29th and 30th, so that's
next weekend.
Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, we're there both days. It's from 10 in the morning. It's going to be an incredible event. We're in the Vintage Zone, which is basically us and actually Rory Gallagher's guitar collection as well. Yeah. And we've got our own exhibition, our own 7 Decades exhibition there. Of some of the rarest guitars in the world, and a really interesting kind of story behind all of those. And we're doing 8 shows throughout the whole.
So will it be different? You'll be playing different artists, sort of like little mini shows.
Yeah, that's right. Little bits from the show, half hour in the morning of the Stratocaster, the Telecaster later in the day, and then between 4 and 5 each day, we're doing sort of songs from the show with the full band from the 7 Decades live show. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Brilliant. So when is that? That's Olympia next weekend.
That's Olympia next week. And if you go to the 7 Decades website, 7decades.com, you can get your ticket. tickets or find out how to get tickets there. And obviously keep an eye on that site. We've got some massive dates going to be released soon for January next year.
Amazing.
So excited about that as well.
Well, Mike, I believe I have asked you to prepare a Truth or Lies for us, because nobody comes on this show without actually,
I heard about that.
Yeah, there has to be a give and take here. So I'm going to play. Have you got a Truth or Lies prepared for me?
I do.
Right.
I do.
Okay,
I do.
stay there. I'm going to play a song and I'm going to come back to you.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So Michael Ross is on the phone right now, and he has agreed to play said game with us. So, Mike, do you know the premise of Truth or Lies?
I do, Jane. Yes.
I'm gonna tell you again. I'm actually going to tell you what it is again, just in case our listeners don't know. Basically, you come up with a claim to fame. It can be either real or it can be unreal. That's the whole thing. It can be a lie or it can be true. And my whole thing is I have to work out if you're telling me the truth or in fact you are lying. So Michael, would you tell me your claim to fame, please?
Jane, I once taught Harry Potter how to play the Chicago Blues.
The actual Harry Potter?
I did.
Was he in full costume?
He had a wand was present.
A wand was present. I know that you've taught a lot of people guitar, and you're sort of a go-to teacher of stars and stage and screen. So I think this is literally, I think this is too easy, Mike. This is true, definitely. That's literally a useless lie.
Right, I'm a crap liar. Sorry,
you really, really are. You're a really bad liar.
Well, it's the best I can do.
It was very good. Tell us anyway. How was he? What was he like? It's my favorite films.
Amazing. Yeah, no, amazing. He was working on a new film, and he had to learn how to play the Chicago Blues for part of it. So it was a great experience working with him, and it was a real journey and real insight into a real movie star.
Did he pick it up? Did he pick it up quick?
He picked it up quick. He was playing the blues after a month, which I mean, he's got no reason to play the blues, but he was playing the blues after a month, and it was great. It's a great experience. We were, I mean, it's such an intense period for these guys when they're, preparing for a role in a movie, I guess. So we were having some 9 hours lessons a week.
Oh.
So it was absolutely intense, but a great experience. Sadly, the film's still waiting approval, but either way, even if the film's never released, he's going to be a great Chicago Blues player. So that's cool.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, Mike, thank you very much for coming on today, and good luck.
Jane, it's been a great show. The kids, we've been rocking out all morning to it. The kids are loving it too. So well done.
Will you send my love to the children? What are their names?
Will do. They're Max and Hugo.
Hi, Max and Hugo.
Yeah, they're loving it. They're just in the back there, kicking nice and quiet for me. They've been brilliant.
Oh, fabulous. Well, have a lovely day and good luck. So it's Olympia next weekend.
Olympia, 29th, 30th, 7decades.com. Go there, get your tickets, and obviously some massive news coming soon for January's concert. So check that out. Keep an eye on that. It's going to be great, and hopefully we can see everyone there.
Oh, Mike, thank you very much. See you soon.
Take care, Jane.